to the young man in this video. If you're a young man and you thrive and you have visions, you want to accomplish things in life, my simplest thing I can tell you is just look around you. Everybody that's successful. If you have an idea or if you have a mind of yours that you can use to think of for yourself, just analyze every single successful person. I don't care what industry they're in. Just look at their lives, study it, look at success. All these successful people are just in the position where they use their God-given abilities or they use whatever they're good at. For example, look at LeBron James, 6'9", 200 and something, 250, 250, 260, athletic. Imagine him being a rapper. No matter how good of a rapper he were, or he wasn't going to be as good of a rapper than him being a superstar in the NBA, right? He could have been a good businessman, but how would you know he's a good businessman? He has to use his basketball abilities to solidify his spot as somebody that's worthy of doing business with. So LeBron James wouldn't be LeBron James if he didn't play basketball. Now, how did he know that basketball was where he belonged, where he was going to be a star in? Naturally, God's just going to put that in your heart. This is it. And I always been giving these examples. You can be born in a family where you have 4 siblings and all of them are boys just like you. And you might take interest in being a public speaker. And let's say you have an opportunity to start your own podcast and you want to have people on. You can tell your brothers, let's do the podcast together. I don't want to bring random people to do the podcast with me. You can do it with me. Even though they see the potential, you guys might end up making millions of dollars. But for some reason, they don't want to do it because they be like, nah, I don't see myself being on camera or podcast. I don't see myself doing this. And then you try to convince them, come on, let's do this, bro. I promise you we gonna blow up. I promise you we gonna do good. You gonna tell them all these things, but they still won't do it because that's not where they belong. That's not where their God-given talents is. Because if that was it, they would have known in their soul, I gotta do this. This is the best opportunity. I can showcase my talent, my abilities. But that's where this fun is, right? A lot of people don't know where their God-given talents is or what they're good at. And they always go outside of themselves to learn things or to put into some of the situations where everybody's making money right now. For example, everybody talks about IT. Let me just take this program so I can get 100K a year. Possible. You can make that 100K a year by doing IT. But is that where you want to be? Is that where your God-given talent is at its best when you become an IT technician? Most likely is no. You're just chasing the money. You just want to look good. You just want to do what's trendy right now. But the hyper successful people are the people that know this is where I'm good at. This is what God gave me. I know if I'm in this environment, I'm gonna be at my best. I'm gonna shine my brightest. So they go and chase or they create that environment. They look for the people that can put them in that situation. They only seek that situation because they know my hard work is gonna show. Everything I do is gonna be amplified if I'm in this situation. And that's all they have to look for. They don't have to look for 100 million. They don't have to look for amount of money. They don't have to look for this. They just need to look for that scenario, that situation, that environment. Because I know if I'm in this environment, I'm going to thrive. So it's easier said than done. But all I'll say, if you want to be rich quicker, you want to be whatever you're chasing in this life, you want to get there quicker, all you have to do is know yourself, know where you belong, know what's your power, know what you're good at, know what's something that I'm naturally like at this. And study that. Okay, what makes me so special in this thing? Why am I so different in this aspect? Why am I so good at this part? Why am I so drawn into this type of things? Why do I care about these? Why do I want this? And know everything about it, everything. And then chase the scenario, the environment where that talent that you have can be showcased. Whether at a big stage or a small stage, it don't matter because you need to get to the biggest stage because you already know this is what God gave me. People run away from that. It's too much work. Sitting there just finding out what you're good at. Yeah, I might be good at this, but they don't put the time in. That's why you never become a hyper successful person because all the successful people, they are the most confident people because everything around them, everything in their lives is well thought of. They know what's around, they know what's happening, so they don't have to stress at all. Even if all hell go loose on them in the environment that they wanted to be in, they don't care because they already know what's up. They already know everything around me. My business is this. They know everything about all their surroundings. And everything that can go bad, they already know. If it goes bad, I'm cool. This is my life. this is where I belong. Like scenario, this system that I'm in, this is where I belong. I know I can handle anything that can come out of this situation. I'm not talking about nothing else out of my life, the way I view my life, the way I created my life. That I don't know because I never experienced it, so I wouldn't know how to deal with it. But of course, in my situation, in the life that I created, in the environment that I'm in right now, where my talent is at its best, there's nothing that can happen in this situation that I can't handle. But us young people, our life is a mess. Here, if you come here and nothing works good, you bounce to the next one because you heard somebody say, "Oh, I just made 200,000 doing this. I can put you on," and you go there. Yeah, it's okay to go chase the money, but the truth is, you don't chase the money. Because if you chase the money, there will be a time where you're not strong enough to keep chasing the money and you won't get money and you won't be living your best life. Ask some people that have billions of dollars right now or millions of dollars and ask them if they didn't do what they really was meant to do, what they know that God put in them. They didn't chase that. They ended up just chasing the money. If they had a chance, they could start all over again and do what they was really meant to do, the life they wanted to live. Imagine you chase that IT career, but you know in your heart you don't want that, but you're starting to make money. So you rather just stay there making some money instead of just going and start over looking for yourself, finding yourself, and be in a situation where your light shines your light shines its best. When you get older, like going to work, you're making money, but you don't want to be there. You don't like the environment no more because there's nothing about your soul don't want to be there. You always have to go against yourself every day to be at that work just for money. But the hyper successful people don't do that. That's why they keep winning to the day they die because they're in a situation where they can never get bored. They can never get tired of trying. They can never get tired of pushing, grinding. It's not about money for them. For the hyper successful people, it's not even about money no more. It's about me. It's about my soul. My soul wants to do this. I'm here for this. I can't leave no stone untouched. That's basically what it is. It's a challenge. That's what you call purpose. Like I'm a man. Let's say there's 10 men in the world that have the same purpose as me. It's not leave any stone untouched. What if they turn that stone? Like I didn't do my job right. These people beat me to it. And mind you, your focal point is only on one thing. How can you not see what you need to do? How can you not get better? How can you not want to do it? Because it's like your mind, body, and soul wants to do this. This is what you have to do. This is what I must do because that's what I'm good at. That's where I have fun, right? Let's say, for example, I'm a motivational speaker. I want to talk about spiritual stuff. I want to be a better version of myself. That's what I see every day. I watch TV for fun. I watch those type of things that involve spiritual stuff, motivational stuff, because that's what I'm into, man. It's fun. It's not just about this boring thing. Let me learn. It's not about learning to me. It's just about fun. Like, this is what I'm into. You know, for example, if you're the type of person that like to watch sport, you're an athlete, that's all you do. That's it. To you, watching sport is not just a waste of time. To you, it's just fun. There's nothing else to do. I'm gonna just watch sport. Other people just watch Netflix because that's what they do. So fun is whatever you're into. And I believe that's what the hyper successful people are. Like, feel they're in, that's what gives them joy in their lives. That's what's fun to them. That's why they know more than anybody else can know about whatever field they're in because that's just my life. But I understand it's very hard in 2024 to just focus on something or to actually discover what you're good at or what you want to do because there's always new things in your face. There's always life is moving so fast. You see things in your face that's beautiful, and you're attracted to beauty sometimes. Yeah, you might believe in your soul that I'm meant to do this, but just because you're seeing so much online, and now the life that you really meant to live don't look good to you no more because you see other people beautifying their lives, and now you want to have similar. But I promise you, the only way you can enjoy your life, make it look like the people that you see online enjoying their lives, is only when you do what you are meant to do. If you chase somebody's lifestyle, yeah, you might end up living it for a little bit, but at the end, you're not gonna be happy and you can't move forward. You will stop because you're not coherent with yourself. Like your body, mind, and soul is not focused on whatever you're chasing. You only like the idea of it. And once you get that glimpse of whatever that life is, you don't want it no more because there's nothing pushing you. But the people that actually have their body, mind, and soul focused on whatever God-given talents they have, they don't fail. They don't need motivation because this is basically my life. Like, I don't know how to emphasize this enough. This is my life. Like, this is what I see every day. If I see two people fighting, I don't see the fight. I see the growth in the fight. So it's my life. If I watch TV, whether it's a BS show or not, I only see the motivational part of it, the growth part of it, the spiritual part of it. somebody can just walk in and see me watching that, and they'll be like, "You're wasting your time." But to me, I don't see it the way you see it. I see opportunities to learn. I see scenarios that can help me grow. I see things. So it's like my life. So you don't have to motivate me. I see it already. I see it everywhere I go. That's the only time you can be in a situation where your God-given talent is triumphant. Like I gave you the example, LeBron James. Imagine LeBron James never touched a basketball. What would he be doing? And I know he wouldn't be at this level that he's on right now. Same thing with all these biggest rappers. Drake. He wouldn't be in this situation if he wasn't a rapper. No matter how good he is in a different field, it wouldn't be this. So think about it. The only reason everybody is great at whatever field they're in is because their body, mind, and soul was meant to be there, and they don't have to motivate themselves. Motivation is just there because that's what I see everywhere I go. It's me. Like if I'm an artist, music is everything. I see everything as music. If I see two people fighting, to me it's music. What can I learn from this? What going on? Like your mind only go there because you don't just force yourself to work hard. You don't just everything is work to you. If I'm watching TV, it's work because I'm learning new things about my field. Because that's discovering more about my soul. Because my soul is about uplifting, learning, growing, becoming the best version of myself, right? So that's what my soul is about. Like I don't have to go and learn anything to become great. I just gotta discover to become great. So life is about discovery. All the learnings, everything, every lesson is already here. There's nothing new coming in this world. Whatever, I don't care what you say. I believe that everything is already in the world. You just gotta discover it. That's it. Even the sicknesses that people say, oh, these are new sicknesses. I believe those sicknesses exist already. We just don't know it. Now we know about it. And you don't just go create nothing, something from the thin air to cure it. The cure is here. You just gotta put it together. You just gotta discover how to cure it. So it's the same thing with life. You know what I'm saying? You are already who you are. You just gotta discover it. And I've been thinking about this concept for a while, right? Like about being good and being bad. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you a regular person. We all know everybody have that feeling in them, something that's dragging you to do wrong and something that's actually motivating you to do right. But we all know when you do good, you tend to forget about it. You tend to forget, right? I can go outside right now and give like to a homeless person. I can feel good right then and there, but after I leave there, it don't stay in my mind. It don't come back in my mind like, oh, I just gave $100 to this homeless person. And most likely, those are the people that are good, the people that give and they forgot they already gave. But when they do it bad, it stays with them for life. Sometimes, even though they're trying not to dwell on negativity, but those negative things always come back. You know why? It's because you are a good person already. So the bad thing that you did is hunting you. It's coming back. And there's something inside of you that's keep putting that in your mind, till you pick up on it, you accept it as like, oh, I'm a bad person. You start dwelling on it. And now you're giving the negative side so much power that you think you're a bad person. Now your actions will reflect as a bad person. You start behaving like a bad person. That's why you keep being reminded of your bad deeds. But if you're the type of person you do good, and now you're reminded of it, oh, you see, hear in your mind, I'm a good person. This most likely you're not a good person because whatever is on the opposite side of you is not forcing you to think about the negative side. It's forcing you to think about the good side. That means you're already bad. So the little good you did, and it's forcing you to think that you're a good person, even though you're not good. And you keep talking about, oh, I just did this. Like you bragging, I'm a good person. When somebody like you about, let's say you never done that, and they always talking about that. Like you remember that from 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Don't remember it's bad, but I'm just giving it the example to show you that you have something inside of you that's pushing you to do good, and you have something inside of you that's pushing you to do bad. And when you're a good person, you do good, you don't remember it. That whatever is in the opposition don't remind you of how good of a person you are. You always remind yourself. Whatever is in you is always reminding you of, oh, remember that shit when you did that bad thing? Remember 10 years ago when you did that? And you claim that you're a good person, like you're always fighting with yourself. So if you don't really solidify the belief in your mind that I'm a good person, no matter what happened, no matter how much people treat me, I'm still gonna be good, then eventually whatever is after you trying to turn you negative is gonna win because you don't know who you are, you don't believe that you're a good person. So you're listening to both part and their job is to convince you. And whatever you believe, that's what you are. So your best bet is to allow whatever is motivating you to do good to win, to always motivate you to do good. That's why people say think before you speak. Because if you think, you have two different thoughts that you can pick from. And if you don't think, then the first thing that comes, you just say it. And most likely that's the negative side. And I'm guilty of that. Like, I need to put more thoughts before I say things, but that's just the reality of it. And I believe a lot of people can agree to this. If you're a good person, you are always reminded that you did in the world. You always tend to remember, like you just pop in your head to remember, to remind you how much of a bad person you are because you did something wrong. It's only a few times you can remind yourself that you are a good person, and that's rare. Unless you try to remember yourself, unless you try to just think like, oh, I did this good. But without you trying, naturally the thoughts that come in your mind is the evil things that you did. That's something that's worth attention. You gotta give it attention. You gotta start conditioning yourself to not allow those voices to be loud in your mind. Like, I know I got off the topic of my video, and all young men just strive to know who you are. What's your God-given talents? What's your God-given ability? What you good at? What do you see everywhere you go? And put yourself in a situation where those talents and abilities can be displayed effortlessly. And that's where the money is gonna come. If you know how to speak, you know how to convince people, you don't just gotta go and become a salesman. You can become a salesman, but you can also become a podcaster. So whether you try or you don't try, as long as you're in an industry where you can speak and showcase your talent, you're gonna grow naturally. You're gonna be better because people's gonna see it. But you can't just go be like, nah, I can't do this. I don't have the money to start my podcast. Let me just be a IT technician. And this be running away from your talent just because you don't see the potential in it yet. You don't see nobody making money from that area of your talents. So you be like, nah, I have bigger dreams. I want to make billions of dollars. So if I just become a public speaker, how am I going to make $1 billion? Then you just let it go. So at that point, you don't even respect yourself. You don't value yourself. You don't care about your soul. You don't really value your soul. You don't value the gift that God gave you. Because to you, if you were the one choosing, you would choose a different gift, which is you don't even know because you are lost right now. Because if you knew what you wanted, you would have been there already. But you're still finding yourself. You're still looking for opportunities. That means you don't know what you're good at. You just want to do whatever is available to you right now. So you don't even deserve to be great. You don't deserve to be nothing because you don't value what God gave you already. You don't believe in yourself. You know your industry, whatever your talent is based on, it's not making that much money. Why can't you be the first one to monetize it in a way that you can make $1 billion? Why can't I be the challenge? Instead of saying, nah, I don't want to go there. I want to make $1 billion. I have bigger dreams, so this is not gonna cut it. This is not cutting it for me. Like I'm gonna go do this. And you know in your soul, that's not where your soul is drawn. That's not where your soul is pushing you to be. And you want to be great in life. What's that? Being great is just honoring your soul and respecting God and know that why is your soul here? Why is my soul pushing me to do this? Your body is a small part of you. Your soul is the most important one. And you can feel where you're being pushed, where you're being trusted into. Like you can feel it. I'm towards this. And you forcefully telling yourself, you have the audacity to tell yourself, nah, I'm not going that way. You're in a universe that you don't even know what the universe is made of. You don't even know what's the next scene that you're about to see. You don't even know how life is about to be for you the next year. And you have the audacity to tell your soul that's more knowledgeable than your mind, that's more in tune with the biggest picture of life. And you're gonna say to that thing that your GPS, flesh and bone, like your mind, you're gonna tell me, I don't be here. If that's the case, you would have been there already because you've been trying to go there, but you still didn't make it. It's not makes sense to me because you're gonna tell this, like, because I believe that everybody have at least most people have the clear idea what area they should be thriving to get to, what life or what their talent is based upon, right? What God gave them. They have a sense of it, like it's around this part of life. This I'm good at speaking. I'm a good athlete. I'm the idea, but they don't know exactly where. But it's because your soul is guiding you there. Your soul is telling you that's where you're supposed to be. As a young age, you start being an athletic little kid. You start working out. You start doing things. You know, while other people don't never touch, they never play sport because they whatever is inside of them is guiding them. Like, nah, this is not for you. Sport is not for you, and they know it. But imagine getting to a certain point and just tell yourself, nah, I know I'm drawn to a sport, but I don't want to be an athlete no more because the type of money I want to make, I can't make it in a sport, and you just deny your soul from guiding you so you can guide yourself. If that's the case, make it then. Make it. Just make it big. Like, since you know where you want to be at, what type of money you want to make, and you know you make it by going against your soul, just make it then. Let's see. Make it.